So one of my favorite quotes ever, you probably heard me say it a bunch of times. Start where you are, use what you have, do what you can. That is so applicable to the body piece. So the reason I'm saying this one is because I've been getting frustrated again lately. Like a lot of people have been basically giving me the excuse about exercise of like, well, yeah, I'm waiting on these things. Like, I'm gonna get a gym membership, but I just haven't found like the right one. I'm trying to find one. If you guys are out of shape, is the world fucking insane? Did you guys forget that push-ups and sit-ups and fucking air squats exist, and cardio? Do you know how many? If you're in the beginning phases, if you're in the beginning phases, you don't need to fucking touch a gym. You don't need to touch a weight. You guys really don't. Like, you're not ready for that. Again, you're trying to skip to level 7 when you're at level 1. It doesn't work that way. You don't need shit. You're going to be incredibly sore. You need to make a fucking attainable goal. It's like you guys, how long has it been since some of you have done a fucking normal sit-up? A normal sit-up. So many of you can't do 20 sit-ups. Dude, they're already hard. It's baked into the fucking equation. Push-up, sit-up, air squat, put on shoes, go for a fucking jog. Do you know just those 4 things? That's plenty to get some of you, for 6 months of your fucking training, the intro to your training. That's literally good enough. Because honestly, even that, in the right amount and the right intensity, is going to be so hard when you're so behind. That's why I keep talking about that's one of the benefits of being so behind. You don't need to go sign up for a fucking Spartan race when you can't get off your couch. But that's one of the good things about it. You don't have to do all this crazy shit. So I keep saying, make your goals attainable. I've brought up SMART goals a bunch of times. Attainable being what I'm focusing on right now. What you guys are doing is going like, oh, this year I'm going to get fucking shredded. I'm going to get abs. Stop thinking like that. Your goals should be effort-driven, not results-driven at first. You guys need to go, you know what? Every time I'm results-driven, the results don't come fast enough for me. So why don't I make my goals on the action? My goal is to hit a 6-month period where I do exercise 2 times a week and I don't miss. That's attainable as hell. It's easy to do 2 days a week. That means you get 5 rest days. Get a fucking notebook and go, I'm going to do 2 days a week for 6 months and I will not miss those 2 days. And you guys that are like, well, it sounds almost too easy. You're not understanding why I'm talking about learning the habit of building a habit. Once you get that shit stuck, then you can go from there and do whatever the fuck you want. You always can ratchet it up. You always can go more. If you hit a week where you feel really good and you go, I might do 3 this week. Wow, how crazy would it be to go over the goal that you had initially set? All that's going to do is make you feel even better. But what I'm trying to focus on with you guys is honestly, how long has it been since you've done a push-up? How long has it been since you did a sit-up? If your answer to that question is longer than a year, you do not need a gym membership. You don't need a bunch of weights. You don't need even resistance bands. You guys don't need shit. You need to figure out how to do 50 sit-ups and 50 push-ups and be like, that was enough. That was enough. Like, I did the exercise. I got the work done. I'm going to move on. I'm going to do this again in 3 days. You guys are still going to be sore. And what I'm trying to get through to you is you don't need all these things to be in alignment. You're fucking talking yourself out of doing the actual work. It's easier to sit and say, oh, I'm waiting on all these things. You guys are just disguising procrastination. That's all it is. Oh, well, if you're fucking starting a sentence with me like, well, no, dude. No. You know the answer. Just do the things. Start with sit-ups, push-ups, air squats, cardio. Just start there. I'm telling you, for 6 months, you guys, if you're way behind, you'll see gains from that. You'll get sore. You'll actually get some results. You'll start feeling better, and then you'll have built the habit of building a habit, and you'll go, oh, I'm gonna do more physical fitness from here. Hit me up if you need anything. If you need a simple beginner's exercise plan, if that's your whole thing, you're like, I honestly don't know what to do. Sometimes it helps if somebody externally writes that shit for you. Just go, oh man, like 1 mile 3 times a week. Oh, that's pretty easy. I can do that. And then you just come back to me and I go, oh, dope, you did the thing. Hit me up. I appreciate y'all.